shoulder measurement. So here, shoulder to nipple, shoulder to underbust, and this is some shoulder to waist. So let's label shoulder to armhole line, shoulder to nipple, shoulder to underbust, and then waistline. Now whatever we have on this shoulder, that we will bring it back onto this way, and then we would connect this to meet this way, and then our nipple to nipple divided by 2. So the nipple to nipple I'm using is 6.6 divided by 2 is 3. So 3 on the waistline. You use the same 3 on the shoulder to underbust line, and this very line, which is the shoulder to nipple, you add ½ inch, so you're gonna get 3.5. So you're gonna connect this to make this, and then this way. Okay, that is it. And I'll be using an armhole of a dart intake of 1.5, because this is a client, this bust is not big. So if the client's bust is big, you can do 2.5. So I'm using 1.5 here, and then 1.5 here, and then I'll connect this to this way, and then I'll curve this to make this. Okay, I'll curve this to make this. So now we would get the midpoint of this. First of all, let's draw an armhole curve. With an armhole curve, I'll move up by 2 from the bust line, and then I'll move inward by 3/4, and then I will draw my armhole curve. Beautiful and so simple. Beautiful and simple like that. Okay, so now I'll get the midpoint of this from the shoulder slope to the armhole. I'll be using, this is my midpoint. So on this midpoint, I will connect to this line. I would connect to this line. This way, and then on this midpoint, I would go up by half. A simple, whatever that intake you use, you deduct half from it. So 1.5, I use 1.5, I'm deducting half, giving me 1. Or you can do 2 and you deduct half, then you get 1.5, then you divide that 1.5 into 2, then you will take your that's on both sides this way. So with here, I would connect this to meet this way. Okay, and then with this, I would come in with a curve, a slight curve. Okay, a slight curve. A slight curve this way, and then I will extend this way. Okay, so this is this is a beginner's way of tracing the princess arm. Okay, so on this line, I would move up by whatever my dart intake is, which is 1 inch, right? So on this, I would mark my 1 inch, and then I'll redraw my armhole curve. But first of all, we have to input our bust measurements. The bust measurement I'm using is 33. So 33 divided by 4, so we have 8.2. So 8.2 here. Okay, then we have some small dart intake here we have to add up. So it's about 1/4 up to 1/4, so I'll just add it here. Okay, when people that the darts will become big, for bigger boobs it will become big, so you would have to add it. Whatever you have to add it back. And then here on my waistline, my waist is 25. I'll divide 25 also into 4. I'm having 6 1/4. I'll mark my 6 1/4 and then I'll add my dart intake back here. So this is it. This is a simple way of you drafting your princess armhole line. This is simple. So we have to read our armhole here. Our armhole, we came up here by 1 inch, so we will connect this to make this back here, and then the difference between our shoulder to navel, we will do that here, and then we would impute this here. We would impute this here. So let's cut. This one. We will take this here, and we'll come and take it this way. So let's add our allowances. Extend at half inch, half inch, half inch. So I'm not adding anything here. I'm not sewing. I'm not joining it to anything. It's just to teach you how to make the princess. That's how